Hello, welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year. Yes, every day, every holiday, every birthday, every weekend, every weekday, I am here to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. If you're watching this on replay, hello. You go down the description box. All the questions are listed out there. I timestamp them as I go. Or you can watch it back on 1.25 speed or whatever works for you. I do that a lot on YouTube. We have excellent troll slayers who keep us safe. We have a fantastic community here because of you. You are so kind to each other. You have been so kind to me. Thank you. Thank you. And 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America, feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That's an ongoing thing. I get no tax break for that. I just do it because I believe in it. Okay, hang on just a second. There was a CC Writer has breaking news. Elon Musk picks NBC ad executive as new Twitter CEO after ad revenue has plummeted. He needs something. Yeah, he needs something. Thank you. I got a new deck of cards. I've got to quickly go through it though to see if there's any. Is this the one where I need to draw some clothes on it first? Oh, and by the way, happy birthday, Marie. I saw in the chat it's your birthday. All right. I think these are safe for work. Quick look. Sorry. They're very pretty. This is the Tarot of the Mystical Moments. So I'll have to put a link in the description for them. But so far, star's okay. That's all right. Yeah. I really like this deck. It's so pretty. Just double checking. Sorry, I should have done this beforehand, but you're really going to like it. I just need to make sure. Yeah, that doesn't show anything. I love this deck. Just double checking. We're good. Let's do it. All right. Name of the deck is the Tarot of Mystical Moments, and I will seek out the link and I will put it in the description box right after I'm done here. All right. It is gorgeous. All right. Now, Debo says, I just read the first question and actually laughed out loud. Funny you should say that at 3:30 because, yeah, this first question, how's the, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is a guffaw. Judge Merchan, who is presiding over the Bragg case, has ordered Trump to attend a lecture seminar on how not to violate evidence disclosure rules. Ordered Trump to attend a lecture seminar on how not to violate evidence disclosure rules. Will he actually go? Oh my gosh, really? This is a man who allegedly hired other people to take exams for him in college. I would give my, I don't have a ton of savings, but I would give all of it to see a video have a video on Trump during the just staring right at him during the whole lecture, seminar, whatever it is. And I oh wow. Devin Grant says go to class or go to jail for 2 days. Is that really how it works? Really? Ricky has, and the star of the show, soon to star in Alfie and Boo-Boo's and Kitty Meet Benji and Lassie. Autumn. Boo-Boo's and Kitty, you get another day off. Alfie and Boo-Boo's and Kitty Alfie would not be happy, but Bailey would be terrified. So, oh my gosh. Tichelle says, I say nope. He'll delay and delay. Yep. Betty Cantrell says, happy Friday. Oh, well, the thought of this. Oh my gosh. All right. Will he go? Judge Merchan has ordered Trump to attend a lecture seminar on how not to violate evidence disclosure rules. Will Trump actually do it? Let she go. Okay, the sun card. It's a little bright. Kind of hard to see. But the sun card, he's not going to, there's not a corner to hide in. There's not a way to get, do you know who I am? Ladies and gentlemen, we have someone up here who doesn't know who they are. If anyone knows who this gentleman is, please come up to the desk. Do you know who I am? King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Six of Cups. Okay, these are really pretty. All right, King of Pentacles. Well, this is about, he's being held accountable. I mean, this is about the Stormy Daniels payments and falsifying business records. So King of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, the plan, whatever plan he has to disrupt and discredit and what have you. In the center, Five of Wands, this is trying to make a mess of the case, try to stir people up. Five of Pentacles is out in the cold. You're not gonna have a corner to hide in. You will know exactly what you should not be doing. And then the Six of Cups. Frankly, this is what should have happened. This is the nostalgia card. You should have been accountable for decades, and you weren't. So I am really looking forward to this. I know, AJ, the cards are lovely, aren't they? Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the Tarot of Mystical Moments. And like I said, I'll get the link and put it in the description right when I'm done here. Will this make any difference? I mean, he'll show up, but will he actually follow it, or will he end up in huge trouble? Because it's like, oh no, you knew exactly what you shouldn't be doing. This is a Queen of Cups. Being treated like everybody else. I love it. I love it when he's treated like everybody else. Honestly, that makes me happy because it makes him crazy. All right, Ace of Pentacles, Tower. Five of Swords. Okay, this is funny. Okay, I know I shouldn't laugh. I'm laughing though because this is okay. Queen of Cups. In there with everybody else. Ace of Pentacles. So is there some amount of money I could pay or something? No. This is a Tower. And this is the Five of Swords, which is the adding insult to injury. So when he blows the confidentiality or the gag order or what have you, he absolutely can be held accountable to the fullest extent of whatever the judge thinks, because my mother had one ticket driving. It wasn't actually speeding, but she had one ticket in her entire life. So far, one ticket in her whole life. And because of it, she went to what she called naughty driving school. Well, yeah. This makes me happy. This makes me happy. Okay. Marie Sutton says, my daughter bought me my first tarot deck for my birthday. Oh, congratulations. It's hilarious to see me try to shuffle them. Plus, as much as I watch tarot readers, I'm a deer in the headlights when I pull them. It's just practice. It's just practice and learning to trust what you're feeling. At first, it's like, I can't really be feeling that. I must be making it up. And then over time, you realize it's like, no, that's really what I'm feeling. And then things happen now and then where it's like, oh, like I remember the day, was it the day of or the day before the Democratic primary debate? And I laid out the cards, and the card right before the final outcome, because it was an overloaded Celtic. It was a Queen of Cups, and I just looked at it, and it like a thunderclap. My brain, it was just, that's Kamala Harris. Why I would have picked that up, I don't know, but it was just like, ding. And I was like, why would Kamala Harris be a standout here in the near future? That was the night that she went after Joe Biden for I was the girl on that bus. It's like, oh, maybe there's something to this. So things come up, but you're never going to be 100% accurate. That's not how this works. But it's interesting the insights you can get sometimes. Kevin says Google says he may go virtually. Oh please, he won't go. He won't be there. He'll make somebody else do it. Oh, please tell me if he has to go virtually that there's somebody who will sit there with him, looking at him the whole time, so he can't leave. Okay, I've got to ask. At 13:45, will the teacher have to scold Trump like the child he is, like the brat that he is? Hello, Becca from House of Lenormand. Did you hear? Judge Merchan, who is presiding over the Bragg case, has ordered Trump to attend a lecture seminar on how not to violate evidence disclosure rules. Will the teacher have to scold Trump for getting up and walking away? Because especially if he can be there virtually, he can go virtually. Five of Pentacles. It just galls him. It just galls him being treated like regular people. That's what I love so much about this. I cannot get over just how disgusted and offended he is when he's treated like everybody else is treated. Oh, mwah. Lovely. 9 of Wands. Judgment. Emperor in the middle. You think. 6 of Swords. Ooh. Magician. Oh, you better pay attention. So 9 of Wands. He's awful to everybody and browbeats and bullies and makes everybody miserable. But this is judgment. This is the judge saying, no. This is the teacher, the teacher who will, whoever's teaching it, speaking to the judge. You will be judged here. Emperor, I'm too important for this. No, you're really not. 6 of Swords. And there are consequences for blowing this off, getting up and walking out in the middle. Thread of Hope says, yikes, they are serious about this. Well, this is legal consequences. And it ends with the Magician, which would be, I would guess, his lawyers or people around him doing everything short of tying him to a chair to get him to sit through it. Go ahead, blow it off. Please do. Please. Because it's looking like you will be held accountable. You will be held accountable. Hello, lucky girl. Thank you. Kevin says it's set for May 23rd. Oh, glorious. Glorious, glorious, glorious. Elflower 1 star says, I feel sorry for the instructor who's giving the class. X45 staring at him with his evil little beady eyes. Yeah. Becca says, so is this officially strike 1? Well, if he messes up, it's like, you know the rules. Yeah. So I'm getting consequences at 18. Will Trump disclose what he shouldn't anyway? Please do. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Then the judge can throw the book at you. Oh, who just said I don't care? Roxy says, I don't care if he goes to jail for 1 day or 2, just that he experiences it firsthand. Yeah. Yeah. What it's like to be in civilization where people are equal. So go suck eggs. So will he disclose all and sundry after all? King of Swords. Well, that's a prosecutor. Yeah. 6 of Wands. King of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Hanged Man. Yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. According to this, 6 of Wands. So what he thinks will be some kind of victory. He gets victory by running his mouth. King of Pentacles. It's my company, my money. I do whatever I want. Also a terrible business person. In the center, 4 of Pentacles. It's like, actually, no, these are really bad business practices. You are always short on money. Even with all the millions coming into you, they're going out the door just as fast. But the year, Ace of Wands, this is the King of Wands, Trump, taking action, and it ending with the Hanged Man. He's going to run his mouth. Fran, that's a really good question. Fran Urbina says, Betty, I'm sure the Secret Service is so sick of him. You know what? I want to know. 21 is Trump's Secret Service detail sick of him. Considering his own butler apparently has walked in on more than at least one, if not more, cases of Trump pushing a woman up against the wall. Allegedly. That was the story. So, Secret Service. Ten of Swords. I love this. I love this deck. This is gorgeous. Anyway, Ten of Swords. He is a headache. He is a headache. Debo says, what? What did I do? King of Cups. Three of Swords. King of Wands. Trump the Man. High Priestess. If they keep the secrets. Lovers. Oh no, there are some true believers, but they work for the Treasury Department under whoever the president is. So that's Biden. Three of Hearts. I think it's a mixed bag. I think there are some people who are really gung-ho, like, yeah, lovers down here, but there's also this Three of Hearts, which is kind of a, really? I have to, okay. Didn't when Biden got in, didn't he switch out some of Trump's Secret Service? I know he switched out some of his own, but didn't he switch out some of Trump's? King of Wands is in the middle. That's him, the man. They know what he's like as a person. It's just a man. High Priestess. They keep his secrets, and there are some true believers, but I think it's mixed. I also, for some reason, for what it's worth, I get we all have our moments, I suppose, but I have this feeling like the smell is bad sometimes. That's what I'm picking up on. Ricky says, can't Biden order the Secret Service to stand down and not protect Trump? Oh, no. Well, he could, I guess, but no. You don't want to do that. And then what if something happens to him? Excuse me. So, Karen Conroy says, yes, Biden got rid of Trumpsters in the SS detail, his SS detail. Yeah, I think there are still a few, but excuse me. Kathy Ritchie, he is a whiny baby. Absolutely. Ooh, Velda Ray, yeah. Predator Trump gets a thrill from the fear he causes women. Yep. And I agree. Marie Sutton, Biden wouldn't do such a thing because he's a decent human being. Something Trump is not. All right. Have you guys seen the t-shirt? The new Trump t-shirt? Would you like to see the new Trump t-shirt? We have show and tell today. Several of them. Let me go up here. Oh, there it is. So, get rid of that for a second and share screen. Yes, indeed. President Trump's CNN town hall was so masterful, please, that many are now saying CNN should be renamed TNN, the Trump News Network. Yes, because if you hadn't told us, we'd never be able to figure out what TNN stands for. And that's Trump with the 8-bit sunglasses. Trump's team is claiming that the CNN town hall went so well that they should rebrand CNN to TNN. Merch is even being sold with an altered logo. Will CNN allow these trademark violations or just keep playing into Trump's hands? I know what my money's on, but let's see what the cards have to say. Felderay says, yep, new money stream. Yeah. Sheila R., I think, puts it succinctly. Gag. Evelyn Hartman has a clown emoji. Yeah. So, CNN. You're just going to keep playing into Trump's hands? This is just 3 cards. Knight of Wands. That's Trump doing, and Trump's people doing what they do. He is the king of wands. It is the far right. This is aggressive far right. Oh, forget that he was held liable for abuse and defamation. No. Let's just ignore that completely. Ace of Swords, 2 of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay. This is a card of partnership. If CNN alienates Trump and his voters, what are they going to have left? The whole CNN has taken is started to tilt, practically falling to the right. If they make him mad, what have they got left? Lovely. Ace of Swords. Well, that should be the truth. And this Queen of Cups would be MSNBC, Democrats. We are disgusted. So no, I don't see them going after it. And next is a related question at 28:30. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. It's the kind of stuff I would go through on my own. And so but you're here, it makes it so much better. Thank you. All right, so it turns out that the CNN audience at Trump's town hall rally the other night was coached ahead of time and told they were not allowed to boo any answers from Trump, only to applaud. Is there any integrity left in the network? Any integrity left in the network? Nine of Cups. Well, that's a merchant. Six of Cups, nostalgia. I'm getting big nostalgia vibes. I mean, they used to be, they really started it before MSNBC, before Fox, before this is CNN. And they were slightly left-leaning, but they were reasonable. That's why they were on an airport so much. Six of Cups, 10 of Swords, Magician. was. Now this is bad. It's getting this movement to the right is not good. And magician, this is not a good magician. This is Licht, whatever his name is. Not good. There are a few people there, but I don't know if they're going to stay. Okay. There's a question here about Kaitlan Collins, the woman 3030, the woman who tried to ask him questions and made some attempt to fact check him, not on everything, but the Trump spews. It's a debate technique called a Gish Gallop. Hal Sparks talks about it sometimes, but it's a debate technique where they cover so many different topics all at once, saying heinous things all the way along, or just so much all the way along, that then you only have a limited amount of time to respond, so you can't correct all of it. He does that. So there were times when she should have said something, but good grief, it's like dealing with a fire hose. Kaitlan Collins did such a poor job of fact-checking Trump that apparently even Fox News is condemning her for her dereliction of duty. Really? There's a link. Will this harm her career? Actually, I think she's. Didn't she get some? Wasn't she asked to anchor something new or do something? She got rewarded, I think. But will that hate fest help or hurt her career? Queen of Wands. Well, she wasn't. He did call her a nasty woman because, of course, he's a misogynistic jerk. So she's not going to be super popular with his base, but who on earth would give this man this kind of platform the day after he was held liable for abuse and defamation? So it was a little bit of a no-win, but the thing is there was an almost win if everybody just said, no, we're not doing this. But it's news, and Licht is in charge, so yeah. Lucky girl, did I notice that Carroll donated to my channel? Oh, I'm so sorry, Carroll. No, thank you so much. Thank you, Carroll. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry about that. King of Swords. Ace of Wands. Well, that was his obnoxiousness. All right. King of Swords. It could be a prosecutor, but it can be somebody in communications who's got the central role. So she was supposed to be there to do that, but she was coming up against Trump's grossness. Center of the readings of Four of Wands. They were surrounded by his super supporters. Then you have the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess. What it feels like is that stories are going to come out later about what it was like to be at CNN during this time period. And it won't be great. Betty Cantrell says, I heard that he was able to pick the moderator. Oh, man. So he chose the young, pretty brunette. And didn't he complain that she was wearing a suit? Do I remember that correctly? Carroll. So gross. So gross. Yuck. All right. So let's move on to, we're going to double back onto E. Jean Carroll. I've been reading on her at 34, 55, 30. 445, 34, 45. Okay. Agent Carroll is seriously debating suing Trump again after he defamed her on CNN. And I was looking at this yesterday, and what I was getting was she doesn't want to. It's not like I'm on it. It's more like I just want to get on with my life and rebuild my life. But if he keeps pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, that she's going to be like, that's it. That's it. Well, taking him back to court. Considering he was held liable for defamation before, she can just go, he was guilty of defamation here, and then he doubles down. Roll the tape. And how many more millions will she be granted? Kathy Lamson says, I hope she does it, but I don't want her to have to go through it. Yes, I think that's a very good way to put that. Valerie Sargent says, Agent Carroll's going to have to pay rent at the courthouse at some point. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Marie Sutton says, CNN's just another example of everything that Trump touches dies. That is true. Chariot. Oh, that's a big show. That's a big, showy, slow moving, but big, showy thing. You lost once. You'll want to lose again? Keep running your mouth. King of Wands. Well, Trump will be Trump. 3 of Wands. He wants to complain because it makes his the Covfefe swillers send him money. 7 of Pentacles, fruits of labor. See? Money. He desperately needs money from them. 9 of Cups. He did it on CNN in front of the whole country. 6 of Cups. Nostalgia. In this case, the nostalgia card would be, do you remember when? Can you cast your mind back 2 or 3 days? He has no excuse. He has no excuse. So, I just get she's tired and she doesn't want to, but she cannot let it stand. She is so proud that she is now a part of helping women, destroying the ridiculous stereotypes of how a woman who is abused, how she acts. Say everybody's different. Everybody responds to trauma differently. So, 10 of Swords. But he just, keep running your mouth, Trump. Go ahead. Go ahead. 5 of Pentacles. Lovers. Page of Swords. All that money you're going to raise from the Covfefe swillers here, yeah, that can go straight to her. Page of Swords, to the point where it can just be a not a revolving door, a moving, what's the word I'm looking for? A belt that moves along, conveyor belt. His money can be on a conveyor belt from whatever he gets from his supporters to Agent Carroll. Go ahead. Go ahead. Until it finally gets to the point, the amount gets higher and higher and higher until it finally gets to the point where he's like, well, what do you mean I can't say what I want? Because it hasn't even hit him yet. It really hasn't. There's no hesitation in his attacking of her. None. Not a whisper, not a slight hiccup. He's gonna learn eventually, and it's gonna hurt him because his whole sense of self, his entire little blown glass ego is built on money. All right, 40 minutes in. Eileen had a question. a quick look. How do the workers at CNN feel about the whole Trump town hall, and how many of them are ready to walk? Who would have thought we would be essentially losing Twitter and essentially losing CNN? I wouldn't have guessed that. All right, CNN workers, how you doing? King of Wands. All right, well, this is the King of Wands, which would be Trump, but it's also just on fire. That's, yeah, 10 of Pentacles. How far the right, how establishment, how much is CNN going to be established as the network of the right? 3 of Pentacles, the plan to be established as the network of the right. King of Swords, and using quote unquote journalism. Their P word. They are unhappy. They did not sign up to be a part of, they did not go through journalism school. They did not work as hard as they have. They have not, you know, if you people talk about, what sign are most journalists? And they're like, oh, they must be Gemini, with all the talking and communication or something like that. It's honestly, people, if you start looking at like the anchors, like on MSNBC, even there, things like that, Aries. You'd be surprised how many of them are Aries. It isn't even Gemini communication or Scorpio detective looking under every rock. It's Aries, where you have to take the initiative and you have to fight and you have to hurry and you have to get everything organized and push your way through and get in people's faces to get the truth. So there's a whole lot of Aries energy when it comes to high levels of journalism. So, okay. This is interesting, and don't exactly know why at 4230. Little bit of a puzzle. When my oldest nephew was very small, we had a friend who, of course, they couldn't pronounce all of their letters as they spoke. So, I mean, this is irrelevant, but my, when it comes to my nephews, I'm actually from here on out, I've decided I'm just going, because I don't want to say their names. I'm going to give them Borg designations. My oldest sister had 2, and then my second sister had 2, all boys. So 1 of 4. I'm just going to call them 1 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4, and 4 of 4. Anyway, so 1 of 4 was very young, and they went down in Chicago, Chicago. So they went down to like Michigan, and they were there, or they were driving past it or leaving or whatever that was. And he said, Michigan. And they said, no, la lake. And he said, la lake. Michigan. So to this day, I think of it as Michigan. Well, one of his friends also had trouble with the letters, little kids do. And he came up with some phrase that he said so often that it became a thing. And it's become a thing in my life too, which is if something, what's going on or what's happened there or what, and this little kid would say, it's a whittle mystery. It's a whittle mystery. So, okay, we have a whittle mystery. All right, 4430. The DOJ has moved to block Trump from being questioned. DOJ, I think it's getting dark in here. I need to brighten this up. So the DOJ has blocked Trump from being questioned under oath by former FBI employees in the matter of the Christopher Wray termination, saying that Trump's testimony isn't really needed and that Wray's should be sufficient. What is going on? Yes, learn Reiki Philadelphia. Marriage, sacred institution. Okay, so DOJ, why are you protecting Trump? Why? Are you going, basically, are they going easy on Trump, or is there some real legal reason behind this? Four of Swords. Well, that's legal silence. I don't know what this card has anything to do with Four of Swords, but it's legal, just silence, quiet as a tomb. All right, so that's saying you can't, blocking. DOJ has blocked Trump from being questioned under oath by former FBI employees in the matter of the Christopher Wray termination. King of Wands, that's Trump. 10 of Wands, it's Burden. Queen of Cups, they've got their own things going. Burden. All right, it doesn't feel like they're doing it to protect Trump, for what it's worth, and that's our big worry. But it doesn't feel like that. The man and the burden, they are under for the sheer amount of stuff there, but they've got their own. This Queen of Cups, this is multiple investigations, multiple people in the DOJ, multiple. There's a lot. There's a lot. I don't know what it is, but it feels like they're still trying to hold Trump accountable. It doesn't feel like they're coddling him, and that's really what I'm asking. Two of Wands, so communication. Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Two of Cups. Well, they should, though. They should let anybody depose Trump under oath, because he'll lie and he'll get himself into trouble. Page of, because I've got the illusion delusion card right in the middle. The Two of Cups is a partnership. Page of Swords. This is, they want to question him, but they're pages. They're not okay, so I don't know what's going on. Velderay says DOJ is protecting their case against Trump. I think so, but it doesn't make sense. Like, how would that work? But I'm not getting that they're protecting Trump, and that's all I care about. As long as they're going after him. Pretty in Blue says, Ray, you mean Comey? Did they put the wrong thing? I was sitting here thinking, right? Let me see what this actually says. In the original, the intent's the same, whatever they were talking about, whoever they were talking about. Former FBI employees. Justice Department officials are asking, it's on Raw Story, Justice Department officials are asking a federal appeals court to stop former President Donald Trump from being questioned as part of a lawsuit brought by a pair of former high-ranking FBI employees. The decision was disclosed in an urgent court filing in which the department attorneys wrote that the U.S. Solicitor General on Thursday approved an appeal unless U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson revisits her decision. Could we get to the point? Strzok seeks reinstatement and back pay over what he alleges was his unfair termination. Former FBI attorney Lisa Page alleges officials unlawfully released the trove of messages to reporters. Okay, I was kind of thinking that was what it meant. It was someone it was termination under Wray, but sure. So anyway, okay. All right. So if you haven't had your fill of if you haven't washed your hair in a couple of days and you could get some of that dry shampoo, right? It'll make your hair fluffy. There are things you could do, brushing it a lot, or there are things you could do. Or you could get so upset by something that someone in our government says that your head kind of does like a minor explosion. How's your hair? 5115. 5115. I have a quote. Valerie, I'm getting the link right after this live stream. I'll have it down in the description box. So brand, let me get rid of the overlay and share, because okay, this is a quote. I bring receipts. I do not make stuff up. I bring receipts wherever possible. This article is from, hang on, because I saved the first page too. I stand corrected. Maybe I didn't. Okay. Anyway, this, let me read to you this. Ready? Read this to you. Senator Tommy Tuberville, ready? Tuberville, now vying for Ted Cruz's crown as the most despicable member of the Senate GOP, is emerging as a poster boy for the blank you movement on the right. All right, on and on and on and on. Okay. This whole article is about how, in this person's opinion, that everything the GOP does is an F you. Everything. And it goes on and on and on. So there's much blue language, but it ends with this. When Tommy Tuberville was asked about his efforts to keep white nationalists out of the when asked about efforts to keep white nationalists out of the military, not him doing it, but in general, when asked about efforts to keep white nationalists out of the military, he responded, quote, "Well, they call them that. I call them Americans." He has been blocking the promotion of over about 200 officers for over 2 months so far, as a way of making a point regarding his troglodyte, profoundly anti-women views. And when asked about efforts in general to keep white nationalists out of the military, he responded, "Well, they call them that. I call them Americans." I wouldn't call you an American, because that is un-American. We are a melting pot. That is our strength. You jerk. So, Tommy Tuberville. Senator Tommy Tuberville. What a scumbag. Dave says, I call them fascist pigs. That works too. Nine of Pentacles. Oh, sitting pretty. Yep. That's Tuberville in his patriarchal, misogynistic, racist little garden of hatred. Four of Cups. That's refusal. Nine of Cups. That's as things should move forward. This is like a committee. A card for like committees, that sort of thing. The Lovers right in the middle. So definitely a covfefe swiller. I don't know if he's directly a supporter of Trump, but he's a supporter of fascism. King of Cups. And Four of Wands. I'm guessing he's in power because his district is ruby red. Because if it isn't, a Democrat could take over and he could end up retired. But someone like that doesn't usually get into office unless the area itself is as red as it gets. So, anybody know? He's so awful. Oh, Isabel Moss says, in happy news, a pair of geese who have been nesting near my house now have 5 fluffy babies. Oh, sweet. Sharon Ann says, I think he was implicated in January 6th, too. Quelle surprise. Matthew Delau says he's a senator from Alabama. Kevin Brazil says he's a retired college football coach. No political skill or experience. Or brain. Thank you. That is very sweet. That is very sweet, Isabel. Thank you for sharing. I agree with Alyssa. Six of Pentacles. Oh, yes, him on high, giving out the charity. I can't with this jerk. Queen of Swords. Three of Cups. Page of Wands. Emperor. High Priestess. Well, he's not going to change. Because it ends in the Emperor, patriarchy, and the High Priestess, which is the women should be silent and in the back. Queen of Swords. Let's see if he can pass any nasty laws. Three of Cups. How dare women speak? Page of Wands. Yeah, he's just vile, vile, vile. Actually, what I'm getting here is much heavier on the sexism, but they're both equally. He's well versed in both misogyny and racism. He's bi jerk lingual. All right, he's so gross. Okay, but this next thing, there's a link. So I'm guessing 5940. You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. On Raw Story, 2 new Holocaust-themed textbooks have been rejected by Florida State Education Department, and another book was forced to change a passage about the Hebrew Bible in order to be approved by the state. One of the rejected Holocaust textbooks was called Modern Genocides. The other was an online learning course entitled History of the Holocaust, intended for high school students. Modern Genocides was rejected in part for its discussion of special topics such as social justice and critical race theory. Both of the rejected materials also received low scores from the state's Educational Review Committee. Another social studies textbook intended for grades 6 to 8 was forced by the department to alter a reference to the Hebrew Bible that originally included a question for students that asked what social justice issues are included in the Hebrew Bible. The phrase social justice issues was replaced with the term key principles, which is an entirely different question. The JTA report stated DeSantis has advanced Holocaust education while also enabling parents to effectively remove Holocaust literature they don't like from school libraries. Marketing. I pull this up whenever this comes up, when there's some idiot who wants to just have a whole big Holocaust denial party. Let me scroll down and then I will share with you. Share screen. I believe it's on this one. I hope it's not on the other account. Sorry. Yeah, over on Instagram, I create these, and I'm here every day. So, oh, the kitty. Oh, the kitty. Okay. Sorry, I'm an adult. I can handle it. Give me a second. Oh. Gosh, I'm here a lot. All right, well, it's being difficult, so I might not be able to find it in time. Oh, the documents thing. This is quite the little memory lane of deplorables acting deplorably. Dun, dun, do, 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 do. And I'm getting down to the end. Sorry about this. I wish there was a better and easier way to look at this. He wanted to see out the window. Sorry. Just hang on. It's been a while since Kirsten was on. All right, well, I hate to give up now. I'm almost there. All right, I give up. There's a Holocaust denial image on my Instagram that talks about it's actually I rearranged part of an old Captain America comic book graphic where he's grabbing a neo-Nazi by the front of his shirt and saying, "You play at this garbage. You weren't there. I was there when at the liberation of Buchenwald, and the smell and yeah." Anna says Germany doesn't deny what they did, only America. Thank you. Thank you. When will this madness end? $5:30. Just 104:30. Infuriating. Lovers, which is my card of cults. Blind, willingly stupid cults. Two of Swords, so that's a decision. King of Cups, Three of Cups, Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. Well, first of all, DeSantis is going to time out. He can't run for governor again. And it doesn't mean there isn't someone worse who could take over, but this is a legal decision. King of Cups, but the King of Cups, Three of Cups, and then down here the Knight of Cups. This is sanity reasserting itself at some point. And this Page of Wands is the people complaining, trying to erase parts of history. It's like you don't get to pick and choose. Everybody needs to know what happened. Everybody needs to know what happened so it does not happen again. And if it hurts somebody's feelings to hear about it, that's the point. It is supposed to make you uncomfortable. It is supposed to be staggeringly sad. That is the point. So it does not happen again. All right. Give it time. 107:30. Eileen had a question. 107:30. So Disney's now asking Florida whether it wants Disney to continue investing in the state. Will lawmakers start realizing that DeSantis is taking his vendetta too far? Like, really? No. We can stop investing in the state. You can lose all these jobs. We could stop helping in all these different ways. Is that what you want? I don't know. I do not know what kind of hubris you've got to be smoking to think that you can take on Disney. Yeah. Sheila R., wishing your mom a happy Mother's Day, Autumn. Oh, thank you, Sheila R. Thank you. Oh. All right, 10 of Cups. Disney's good for people, families. 10 of Cups is a happy family. You know, I saw this one video, just a random, I don't even look for these videos. Just a random video where somebody they'd taken their family to Disney World, and it was obviously in the evening. And there were these long tables set up where people were eating or finishing up or doing whatever. But somebody in a costume had gone up on the stage and was leading a group in a dance. Like, put your hand here, and then they had the music going, and kids got up, and they were up there playing, and a couple of the parents, and I was thinking I'd be up there just because that looks like fun. But it was to tire the kids out so they'd sleep. That's really what it was. One thing Disneyland know, they know children. And they are tailored Four of Swords. Yeah, Disney can tell Florida to go whistle. Ace of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Charity. In the same way that all these red states who are against charity, against helping others, really? Because the blue states, if they stop helping your state with federal money, you're in for a world of hurt. And that's what's going on with Disney in Florida. Knight of Pentacles. They've got the money. Knight of Cups. Seven of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Out in the cold. Knight of Cups actively working. Seven of Wands. That's a thief card. No, Seven of Wands is on the defensive. Far right on the defensive. And then the out in the cold. It feels like Disney is more and more going to call DeSantis's bluff. Oh, you're gonna screw us over, huh? Well, with your power and your budget and all this stuff, what if we just push here just a little? Oh, does that make everything really hard for you? What a shame. Yeah, they're going to call us bluff. You mess with the wrong mouse. Yes. At 1:12:15, you're going to love this. Actually, you're going to hate this, but I said that. I think that sarcastically. 1:12:20. Oh, several members of the Kansas Republican Party are up in arms. And you're like, oh gosh, what are they trying to do now? Oh no, oh no, no, oh nay, nay. These members of the Kansas Republican Party are trying to fight the good fight to stop their crazier brethren in the Kansas Republican Party, who have come up with a new plan by some officials to remove its own Republican Party minority, women's, and youth groups from positions of party leadership. Let me read that again slowly. Several members of the Kansas Republican Party are up in arms over a new plan by some of its own officials to remove its own minority, women's, and youth groups from positions of party leadership. Yes, indeed. Off committees, out of, yeah. So, Kansas, minorities, women, and youth groups. Kathy Ritchie says, just wow, I'm from Kansas. So sad. Have you heard anything about this? Yeah, Becca from House of Lenormand. Yeah. So basically, they want a bunch of old white guys running the show. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Ding. Got it in one. You are the Queen of Pentacles. That would be a group of Republicans. And women only if they submit to the Republican Party. Seven of Cups, that would be illusion and delusion. Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, you jerks. And the Hermit. There may be some battles here that they win, but they are not going to win the war. This is going to alienate voters. Like, this is crazy talk. And you're going to end up out in the cold and isolated. The more you push this stupidity. They may win some battles, but ultimately they are not going to win the war. But please, go ahead with your stupidity. It makes it easier to elect Democrats. Okay, thanks. Despicable. Here's a question from Denise at 1:15:20, 1:15:30. 1:15:30. Denise Girardeau was asking, since MTG is such a workout guru, oh my gosh, have you seen her? Can you say joint damage? Do not follow any of her. If she's any of her workout routines, do not, you will hurt yourself. Since MTG is such a workout guru, might she be taking steroids? Might explain some of the aggression. Part of it is she was obnoxious in the first place and gets rewarded for that. She gets endorphins from bullying people, belittling people, making people feel scared and small. She gets doses of endorphins in her own head when she makes other people, when she's yelling at them and cowing them, and yeah. But are we? Is it juicing? Is that the term? Yeah, Becca says, I'm waiting for the day MTG knocks her teeth out doing those stupid CrossFit pull-ups. Yeah, that's crazy. Gotta be out of your mind. King of Wands. She's a bully. Big bully. Three of Cups. Emperor. I have 2 Emperor cards. Apparently I didn't. I've got double Emperor cards, which I didn't realize, and they just came out right next to each other. And the card for the reading is the King of Wands. Let's see what the last 2 cards are, but can you say testosterone, perhaps? I didn't realize I had 2 Emperor cards. To go look through and see if there's anything else I've got doubled. The Lovers, that would be the Cult, and the King of Swords. Well, I've got a 3 of Cups at the beginning, but that actually just feels more like she's triggered by... somebody tells me that she was not treated nicely by some girls who thought she wasn't feminine enough. But then it just goes off the rails. 3 of Cups, 2 Emperor cards, the Cult, and then this King of Swords. Swords can be an injection, but boy, there's a whole lot of masculine energy here. So plus she's look, there's no shame in female intimacy. There's no shame in that. But how many affairs did she have? And isn't notches on your bedpost, isn't that a men on steroids kind of thing to do? Just questioning. Because considering her husband just divorced her, it doesn't sound like they had an open marriage. Just saying. If they had an open marriage, good for them. And good for her. Whatever she wants. I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just saying it's seems a little aggressive, but okay. 3 of Wands. She fits right in with the aggressiveness of the far right. 8 of Cups, Hanged Man, 9 of Wands. I will just say this. Her, her being so right-wing, her right-wing aggression is doing her damage. Now, what form that's taking, but that her right-wing aggression is doing her damage. That's what I'm getting for that. There's another question from her here, but it's the 13th question, and I'm done with this energy. I'm done. And it wasn't asked by a specific person, so I'm done. Betty Cantrell says she did not have an open marriage. Exactly. Anna says hormone prescription for women that has more testosterone in it. Oh yeah. And I know a woman who has to take testosterone because she has almost none. And we all need a certain amount of it to kind of get up and get moving. But true, Kathy Ritchie, she's just an evil and disgusting human being. So I just know that it's hurting her. It's hurting everyone around her. That kind of vile aggressiveness and selfishness and cruelty isn't good for anyone. Becca Hassel and Norman says she's going to end up like that lady on Twitter who made the wrong person angry, resulted in that person throwing a shopping cart at her. Oh, geez. Yeah. She's gotten lucky so far, but crazy. All right. But we got through it. We got through the news. We're okay. It is 1:41 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. And other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. I'm here every day. And Saturdays are usually very quiet around here. The viewership tends to drop off on weekends, especially Saturday. So you're always welcome. You're more likely to be heard because there will be fewer people here, just letting you know. Yes, thumbs up and subscribing help immensely. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Thank you. All right. Hang on. House of Lenormand. Becca just said, I don't condone violence, but she's pressing her luck with the way she harasses people. Well, there comes a point where it's not condoning violence. It's promoting self-defense. So, all right. Well, hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there really are good days ahead. All right. Take care. Take care, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thank you.